Good evening, White Mountain Apache Tribe and residents of the Fort Apache Indian Reservation. My name is Derek Leslie. I serve as the Policy Unit Coordinator for the Tribe Emergency Operations Center. I am joined this evening here with our Incident Commander, Mr. Carlos Valadez, and we will also be joined by the Tribal Chairwoman, Gwendina Lee Gatewood. Our apologies for coming to the radio station so late. We had anticipated making an earlier announcement. However, we just got out of a Tribal Council update. We got out of a meeting with the Tribal Council, and so that is why there was a delay in getting here. And obviously, we would like to keep our people informed and to the best of our abilities. And so I'm going to have the incident commander share some opening remarks before we go into the rest of our announcements.
Good evening, everyone. Just wanting to let everybody know, with COVID-19, we've been doing this response since March. And we are coming into December. With this response, we've had a lot of ups and downs. We had high numbers in the summer, and just like the rest of the nation here, we are starting to see those numbers here. We are coming to a point where our emergency alert system has been activated for the 72-hour shutdown, and with numbers continuing to rise, we are facing a 2-week shelter in place. And I'll let Derek speak about that a little bit later, but I really want to encourage everyone right now to, we've been asking everyone to be prepared. Have your essentials ready, have your groceries and everything ready for types of moments. This one is just like the rest of the nation is upon us now. We are seeing high numbers in the state of Arizona. California is looking at shutdowns. Now there's different reservations around the state that are also in lockdowns due to COVID-19 numbers reaching their high numbers as they did during the summer as well. And now we're at this point, the point that we were trying to avoid, but here it is now. We are seeing numbers from really from 7 to 10 days ago, and we would really like to stress all of the, limit those social gatherings, limit those interactions with your family members during this time. This is really a hard situation that we're in, really, because during the summer we did have bed space available in the valley. A lot of our people, as everyone knows, in White River we would hear anywhere 10 to 12 flights a day out of the area. But now that bed space is being filled up in the valley, in Tucson, where they're seeing record high numbers as well. As you may know, the rest of the state has positive new numbers of 6,000 today. So we're reaching those critical numbers when it comes to bed space, and we need to stop and evaluate what we're doing and stick to staying home. We really need to be safer at home and not move around. The movement of our people is moving this virus from house to house, from home to home. And we do not want any of our people to be hurt by this. We want the people to be able to be safe, and with our elders, our high-risk population, and our youth. We've done a great job. You guys have all done a great job in keeping those numbers down. Now we really need to buckle down and make sure that we continue that process through this time. We're seeing numbers that are leading up to what we saw during the summer months. And that's how we really came about with the alert system, is watching our numbers and seeing how our numbers were during the summertime, to be able to evaluate, to catch this before we get to that point. And that's the whole key in this, is making sure that we are safe at home and we are not moving the virus around by community spread. We're keeping this virus at bay. I thank you guys for staying home right now during the lockdown. But I'm going to turn it over to Derek, and Derek's going to explain our policies and the situation that we're at now.
Thank you, Carlos, for those words. Again, just to reiterate a few points that Carlos made, our incident commander. I'm sure you're well aware that all around us, COVIDers are increasing. We are no exception to that. There's the state, like the incident commander said, was an increase of over 6,000 for today alone. And so we definitely are worried as an emergency operations center. Our ICU beds are filling up all around us. I know New Mexico is in a dire situation with their ICU beds. And so these decisions, we debated on them with the tribal council. They did review them, they did consider, they did ask questions, and they were passed. And so I just wanted to go over with you Resolution 11-2022-45, which of amending our alert system. And so this is posted on our Facebook page as well. Towards the bottom of the alert system, there's a portion that says, in the event the 5-day activation is triggered during the 3-day activation, if the 5-day shelter in place will be added to the 3-day lockdown. After this period, a 2-week lockdown will commence, and any extension will be based on new COVID-19 cases in consultation with health officials. And so we have reached that point. And so currently, we are on a 72-hour lockdown. It started last night at 8 p.m. and it will run all the way until Monday at 8 p.m. Immediately thereafter, on Monday at 8:01 p.m. until December 12th. We will be starting our 5-day lockdown. And so according to policy as passed by the tribal council, so again, we are currently in the lockdown, a 2-hour lockdown, which started last night at 8 p.m. and will run until Monday evening at 8 p.m. Immediately there at 8:01 p.m. on Monday, December 7th, a 5-day lockdown will commence until Sunday, December 12th at 8 p.m. And according to our alert system, on Saturday, December 12th, 2020 at 8:01 p.m., a 2-week shelter in place will begin, and it will end on Saturday, December 26, 2020 at 8 p.m. So again, I'm going to read to you our alert system as approved by Tribal Council resolution. In the event the 5-day activation is during the 3-day activation, the 5-day shelter in place will be added to the 3-day lockdown. After this period, a 2-week lockdown will commence, and any extension will be based on new COVID-19 cases in consultation with health officials. And so, like I said, the 72-hour lockdown started last night at 8 p.m. and will run until Monday evening at 8 p.m. Immediately thereafter, on Monday, December 7th at 8:01 p.m., a 5-day lockdown will start and end on Saturday, December 12th at 8 p.m. And thereafter, on Saturday, December 12th at 1, a 2-week shelter in place will start and run until Saturday, December 26th at 8 p.m. So basically, we are in a stay-at-home order. We will be home starting today all the way until Saturday, December 26th at 8 p.m. We are currently going over procedures. We do have procedures in place that we will definitely cover more in depth with the proper personnel. But just to give you an idea of what to expect, please be advised, tribal employees, all tribal departments will continue to maintain their operations, but will be limited to only emergency personnel. All non-emergency personnel will be put on safety leave, and safety leave basically puts non-emergency personnel on standby. And if your director says you are to come to work as your department needs, then you must do so. Social distancing must be maintained during these work hours. We do have 3 days designated as essential days, and those days are Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. During these days, you are allowed to leave your home, one person per household, and go on your essential runs and take care of any essential business you may have, like checking your mail and paying any bills you may have. Again, that is the designated essential days on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. So please be reminded of this. Bashes will be open from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. during these 3 days to the elders. That's anyone 65 years and older. And from 9 to 5, it will be open to the public. From 5 to 7, it will be open to first responders and frontline workers with ID. Employees should check with their supervisors, as a memo did come out from the chairwoman and the incident commander on Monday, directing all departments to identify their emergency personnel. The White River Service Station and Sioux Gas Station will be open during the essential service days, as well as on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. for departments to fill up on their vehicles. Woodcutting will be allowed on essential days during the designated times. Hunting would be allowed only on the essential days and times. Students. We did receive a lot of inquiries from parents who have students returning from off-reservation schools who will be leaving the reservation to pick them up. This is allowed. However, it is strongly recommended that students returning from off-reservation should immediately get tested at IHS upon their return home. And so again, just be reminded of funerals can still be conducted during the shelter during the next 3 weeks. However, they will be limited to 10 people, not including the pastor, funeral staff, and pallbearers, and it should not last any longer than 2 hours and must be graveside service. Schools will continue to operate but will stay in communication with the EOC. Presently, all schools are currently on remote learning, so it would be their staff that would be reporting to work. And we do anticipate the Christmas break beginning here shortly as well. Churches will have to have their services virtually for the next 3 weeks. And so please be reminded of these. A more detailed letter, a more detailed announcement is forthcoming. We understand not many of you will agree with the decisions that have been made. That's okay. We all have differences of opinions. And so, these are dire times. The tribe is still currently in an emergency declaration, which was declared on March 7th, or March 12th, rather, 2020. And so all around us, these same situations, these same scenarios are coming up. And these are being done with the best interest of all members of the tribe. And so, these are difficult times we're living in, but, we will get through it together. We will get through it as a tribe. The light at the end of the tunnel is getting brighter and brighter with each day. Vaccines are slowly coming about. We hope to have 2 emergency use authorizations on 2 vaccines coming out. So again, the light at the end of the tunnel is getting brighter and brighter. We thank you guys so much for doing your part in ensuring that the safety of everyone is still intact during this time. We understand these are difficult times. We certainly empathize with each and every member of our community. And so, the EOC, we do make recommendations, and the council do decide on these. And these are not easy decisions that the tribal council had to make. And they were at that particular time, and during these unprecedented times, they are the best decisions that can be made. And we definitely are aware that not everyone is going to agree with these, and that's okay. We're doing this because we love our people. We want people to be safe and healthy. It's unfortunate that we'll be going through these during the Christmas holiday. And that's something that's a decision that's a factor that definitely played into the EOC as well as the council. But this decision is necessary for the safety of all of our people. Again, we don't make this decision lightly, so we definitely appreciate your continued support and your continued understanding. Prayers for the EOC, your prayers for our first responders, our frontline workers, our public safety officials. These are definitely stressful times for each and every one of us, and we do understand that there are people out there who don't have the luxury as everyone else. We do understand that. So, we just wanted to say, this decision is necessary for the well-being of the White Mountain Apache tribe. And I do believe our chairwoman is now joining the conversation. And so this is, again, a decision that was made, passed by tribal resolution. And so we definitely appreciate your cooperation and understanding during these unprecedented times. And I don't know if Chairwoman can hear, but I'm going to turn it over to our Chairwoman of the White Mountain Apache Tribe, Gwendina Lee Gatewood.
Yesterday, the 4 o'clock in Kansas, that's 7:32 Hajin Yaitio Munya. The Nohinanta Ida Anna Handi, you are the Sohne EOC, which is halted, shelter in place, lockdown, all day, Layu, the A, Mustoho, the B, and Wistida Hadash, the B, Narabin Stocking Bag of Veil. Which the ABECA authority, that is the incident commander, and Satin, and the Kikeho, the go Stohi A, the nice dash, Dini Handi, B code a D, no Henanta 8 Anjo is the Hanada, the Kanasti Hibik Handi 72-hour lockdown, Baudia, Bana. And not Baudiani, 8 o'clock now. Sako Monday, 8 o'clock, lockdown all day. Dini, Carlos Noitati, the Ana Dico, Noite Yanstini, Dado, Division of Health, Ko, Nat Zike, Fire Department, you and Zikni, AND Noite, Yanabni, the house, Yeoria, you, the Dita Ben out, the Shidas, Konat Nat, now. At least in that now, بسه دو هابن الآن ليو ده هي بسه نوت ليه هتيتنا نتشتهو تاكو شتو تاوت إيكو سلي بسه أي بنوت إشتو ليشبي وحنديو نوتي هنتهني دي أني شتو دا كانو خشتيج إيان نلزنه هتي أوت إني essentials باشن دي مي إذا تزاشا بتيان مشكين بتيان get A دينيتي سنايدين EOC إذا ننتن داواش إل سشندا إزيكو إذا ننتن هان كو test الإيو هي بتشيهد نرى تشي كروي بس أويل كروي تاج بس تدا نعمل إيه أي هان مسكاي براو زينكو شتو أي شيء تهن بي تأنا لكو شتو خيني دنيتي تانيو تاجي أو Thanksgiving يشتاو هاو هان هايونا كايلاشن اي تاخوزين دي اي كاهينستي هان ناينا كاهينا أنا تهن ناي تايو هاتل هايو ناينا لا جو اي دوها دا اي جو أنا تي دي بيوكا بيجراو دي هان نرسكاي Yes, another play. Einste a shot de bara of car. Upstairs on a service ko no hesto di Aya bikik I don't know stay a shot on sayo ba karanstra. Di in dairy one only or bitariski everyone. I don't di la. Do sound sa another stay gani denisha. Ni karasta hibi wa di Carnesty Henry Cananaritak Arizona you caught Tuntel Hana you start caught the house which is the ilehida handi vaccine ko which is to deni kachu harala deniti COVID kachu 72-hour lockdown aramste the everyday numbers no ite dauji in that 3-day period, a caution to Leo Gozei, a lockdown the less Gozel Nuiche, Yanaiti Honya, AU 34 to 45, a Kedo, the Ani Derek Nostida Aula, the Danielle. COVID-19 amid policy. A how also the sky do taki the eat aji and the la. Gozel no je how see is it nantan benatike see EOC benatike da what else. I kero a dash biko a kanauti you ka hidon do no chatnali get da everyone gozel. No hanan tai handi you wada isto honjo dan dikne ai bit aya di lock on dash che bi kaon yala da bistel we kick ta aran stele you ta ajo to ha lockdown ada do lesni sinada ni ang anji yeti narains ako ti chi o bana waila Dinidi 72-hour lockdown in Monday 8 o'clock go Australasia. A bikero Daniel tibi wadas istohi a bikik chi Monday 8 o'clock Australia 8:01 December 12th, 5-day lockdown la. Hindi kike alzahi ladi. The Saturday, December 12th, o'clock jing no Christiola ani Derek. Ebi kero hog hi da bi kike a kausa la yo no Christos ton la yo. 2-week shelter be yo oi kahto les wask and everyone that's in so. A 2-week shelter in place gozel noite anytime during this whole COVID period. Dako December 26th, tasaya na marolesola to hotel hayo ajo na kayura hindi ni no hachunda kuno hachura ang essential run da hindi hindi saya na kano hesto di bichi gandasta hayo na nisloki akunda to leso zay al la essential run day. Hakibi wana idis tawi tiyan sa anti nasos nana desyun dashe bichi ra wana nislokuroles bichi justa da chish bikanda tawi ani nanje yo jala di essential days ya no hitchi ya dashes ndi besto taro lesla hindi nido hada one every day yora da aini no istida aula no honde banara seeking desto no his supervisors hikaho na izikin na instructorles kadaniel kashishine piko no his supervisors da no hi dibi o kayola dibi kike Lara Fito still 8 hours and I missed that as supervisors, email, check at SEO, missed that as the last and that year of the Diniti Chigasha shot that of Taki Aina Ima Ita, Taurahan, the Karigahyo, Ahaha, Eran, Dila, Dini A Chigasha in the Kayo, that's is it nantan min al by gahya di ka nasti hibi check abid de on ste is it nantan min al bin pero bi chihir at night si buzi this guy she daro harashi ehen ta hozel di ko da aula sto Andi Chigasha da Ostak College in the Shadaniel as Araisla. Ima itako yika on a kahkaste is the ka. Chigasha the Hayo Dahyu da Ostak you dako kaut esto. The A and the Diko no Stida Aulala. We have thought the in a shop which is there show on a kahi azul virtually ndiola aido ha church di gata na daki wayet TV or laptop or ki cell phone be because you TV and it's in shake ki pastor and ki hanati ho diko there was auto less to hotel church di gata di katya saya no spin no hesto didwa Biwani oni no haazaila andi di kuye oz de was kaznosle so hati yarabin Christmas indi biche nice this Christmas gift hati baran hunni ida handi ye ashtioni di ashleoni you know, dawa diko na today's case deni di kahi ayu do ha ayu na tikesi da alze da trostoyo kiniskahi alze kitse da dio kitse yana nadasti is it nantan awa di tehen pila ako ayu anje positive daniskais another virus do hotel hayu hani te ya the lago July na karasin plan another station July 4th weekend yo the heck on the in the the guys ande dan split ida saya night tane dahan dino which all day dark or 12 you know sa so no nanari tak dandi no hikeh dandi bikikiaran stay the ana stay at home order benai kaini wayon nastas tabi wani uli ojo hayon kahozei hayon dahyo ni masnik and tozo ni chinche ini zep kasitozo ze everyone uli on beno yaiti ini la yuesto to hans kana was kana dara do sayo ko saara no steora ta jose ini sto di kono che how si ni EOC still nasto si tio kabi Facebook page tio ara le o de nesto dani onji do le sibiwa nesto da han bayan bes only she nasto sunji hi bikado basta en sakin li yo still bes na non si sibiwa ai nasto si sto nda post ara le do le koye ndi KNNB sto buzi Facebook yendi sto beno sto da ananas de odoles that they have no kiss now bonya co fire department de co downstream in the scopist another ilgo they have not so star or highness kaira dig TV yo nai kai out there than of steel 81 olio RSA asitini in the maha another still the less and any radio phone session ti be ba satan be the yaho do ha is it ara Derek yestina di bikadola dashes the queen kids yeah bisto taro lesing dini eskena that's it of jantati radio house dini benana still the last the 2-week shelter in place. See, there's the 72-hour lockdown there. Oi kayola skena bewa stokne di and the stok KNNB bikayo estakne ko hatuai esidin la she en la yo EOC no chidara la tibiwa daiti dan dio taisoho tiko no tanje no hi indehi tashe that sani la KNNB because AHD lani resolution no je di katyo bikike adan stela so lockdown ni also Monday das che night hola dako date which is Saturday December 12 8 o'clock kiddo 8 kiddo 801 dako December 26 night hola shini essential days hayo hati nakishokya koigaho eno shida aula di ka nastihi di daisi the ana yo nai kai count yai ni April the on da yo nai kai de danis kai o di ben ka hida da benis kai la shini scanner sti insla ya sti da ko biki kara no stel da sti ara hi ye yo ania the D A sto B T da B yo chin kai hila sha no ichada ro hara Stokatya. Ye handi song. Honda Casino, say Sunrise, Hayu businesses, not on Ahida Indi Stoten there, ya Yadasti. Hatozo the Sanya Bestara Rostida, the D Handi. So get on, that's a correct Shindini. Can you not today's case, you business Bestara Stali, you just don't hear Azo, the Sanya. Jo bestan tayo bisukay saan de bisohido ha jo sao ajo sine bitaya hatino haraz ai ano haraz dako rasaya naitana na tino haras na sha how arais de o koyo kon hi age del stop bana tirais kesula no hi ta hanada oste out ina da osiki say han hati babesmi inge lesson in this to eight pa out in no he asidil in this to na da izik out in da ei no itada ris in bitaya hayun no kanau ta ye ei das chi akobesta okay to lesli biwa is it nantan ara kuna da izik handi chiana na da hiu andi akut na da izik sto no he inde hiro hara koya jana da izik the solo Pine Top Springerville tat ayo bestan na da kehda aya bichivasha yeza da idishin be ein disto do hotel hey science tara bestar de da pisto cool operation na da izik be sa nda to haro bounty hida ke astidin din piyo tita nashin shop me dan ze hona tirke stop esto andi no hena ta ina te da jo science piyo how la hati bi wana da is diso kedo anje na isikyo nanan kayo Bisto so hara you de ke shit ni diso kyo ni gahla lay off that is di Bisto no haicha nantan cha hindi aya dini a December 30th jabel ayola the age jabel now ishi e bikero do hatera ebe no hananta e say no hi indira do spine no han ye handi ajo la sanye takabels I bestado tila but di handi I understand that the bell ye ara susti the di ni sajidel sto how la hati bi wana da is di so how la hati kontihi aindi sto sinachnil you have to weigh it all out the steel arishti it would be so nice if we could just shut everything down but unfortunately like everywhere else we have to depend on money to make payroll, to pay our bills, to make sure operation going. And that's what COVID has done, not just here on the White Mountain Apache Reservation, but all over the world. Stores bestaradi to hotel, yunada nil ara, narai da, yo awan jo bestaradi out there. Koya do kat no ita account there out ira. No, na hwedis na taka bells aya na hwedis to. Ye o was aya bisto no ha naraichi dini katura ha era bestanara sti ye unite ye bestanara sti han aya bisto ni disassion e kada kunara stara rawan do ha it was the jo bestan tashi da icho tashi da di handi sha di ko the kesi na kai handi inde bi inda e bao ye handi dawa akona da izikin de sto denisha jideo sto data na isik pa out the virus na kwinta no hi otlai na kwinta denida ko oka hibe no hi chodi istio aristi da ko stel na treske handi etesta dini no hi goyai ta ei no hi chodi ola Mas panadan na stodikni dos kana fiskana skayora no stodikni stat era wa ko no stodiki ein hik anon tai biki ke anan eu no chodi han the casino ye han I kahish kenas ora benisti han skayo atel ha ya you do hotel wara ha yohan hati chikira kona hati ke da este dini ayen nada iziki wanyo ones kayo hayo bes onara okesta ora hayo ha shao sa another thing aye za dojo da pi na ben stroke to ta digni akona isikni lasa ta shaya sita dan te honste dan he wanti kona tres keson ste handi buye when you have to make a decision as an example, a mom and a dad, that really would like to be at home to raise their children, but they have to go to work because they know the bills will not stop coming. The same situation exists here. We would like to stay home and not do anything, and we could if we could afford it. If we had all the money left to pay all of our bills, to pay everybody their salary, to pay for food for every home, and to pay all the house payments and all your car insurance and your kids' college education, wherever they go to school for high school or whatever. That would be so ideal, but it's not like that. And just like in your own home, sometimes mom has to go to work and dad because you know one paycheck won't be enough to pay the bills. Because even though that happens, you're still going to have that you have to pay for. So you have to make adjustments to make it work. That's something what the tribe has to do. You have to make adjustments. It would really hurt if we had to start laying a lot of people off, and we don't want to do that. And there's that money only can last so long, December 30th. So we have to weigh the benefits and the negatives and make a sound decision, just like you would in your own home, and how you're going to carry on your family obligations. Same thing. Some single-parent families would love to stay home with their children. But mom raising her children at home, she knows she has to go to work. Sometimes she may have to take on an extra job to make sure the bills get paid because she knows those bills will not stop coming, even though she would very much like to be with her children. Those kinds of scenarios exist on our reservation, and they exist everywhere else. COVID does not care. COVID could care less. That's why we have to abide by the protocols as best we can. And it's not a laughing matter. Everybody's important. That's why the council is doing their best to make these decisions. Just like in your own home, mom and dad may have made a decision that somebody doesn't like, but it's a decision that you know is good for the whole household. Yeah, you have to think about it like that for the tribe. And we're all one big family. But sometimes, families disagree. That's a part of life. But in the end, you have to look at the end result. What do we want out of this? And if you don't want a lockdown, then how are we going to make it work? We can't just say, let's just, sit down and wait till the storm flies by. We can do that, but we can also... we also have to think about everything else that life throws at us. Our kids are going to college. They have to get their degree. But they have to go off the reservation to do it. And then they come home. They have their challenges too. Our elderly, everything. This COVID-19 does not care. So, with that said, EOC will provide another update to fully clarify everything that has been discussed and what has been passed so that you are fully informed, and they will also post all of the resolutions and the guidance of what will be happening as we move along, so that you can have something to refer to and read. And I'll turn the time back over to EOC, but thank you for letting me speak. May God bless all of you out there, and remain vigilant as we continue to move forward.
Your translation of what we just went over. Again, we are in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, and we are moving forward. We are moving forward with the lockdowns and the shelter in place as we described. We will be providing a more detailed announcement tomorrow If you are a tribal employee, if you are a supervisor or a director for the tribe, with the tribe, we will be working on setting up a meeting with all of you, hopefully Monday at the earliest, to go over all of this. As the chairwoman did indicate, a memo was sent out to all tribal departments on Monday that, among other things, did indicate that departments should identify their emergency personnel. This was a part of the COVID-19 policies addendum that was approved back in October and distributed to all employees via email on several occasions. It was shared by the legal department, and then the EOC shared it a few times. And so the policies, they were approved, and like I said, each department was reminded by memo on Monday by the tribal chairwoman that they should identify their emergency personnel in the event that we had any type of lockdown and or shelter in place. With that said, we definitely thank KNNB for allowing us this time. We definitely thank everyone out there who is home. We know there are many of you who are home. We thank you and we celebrate your commitment and your dedication to ensuring that we're all safe. In closing, please all keep each other safe. Thank you for your time, and God bless the White Mountain Apache tribe. Thank you.